Things seem to be progressing well. The only problem is that he's on house arrest for drug and gun charges. I'm taken aback, but ultimately decide it might be fun to hook up with a felon and continue to talk to him. We talk for a month or two, but don't get a chance to meet up due to work and house arrest. He explains to me that he can disable the monitor for small periods of time, and he would do so in order to pick me up after work. He lived nearly an hour away, so he said he would pick me up and then he'd get me Uber home. Sounds good to me. This ridiculous night took place in late December. I was no novice on Tinder and frequented the app to meet guys in my city. I respect that you stand in that. I was swiping like a mad woman when I came across a guy I called BJ. He was cute and we immediately matched. We eventually exchanged numbers and started talking on a regular basis. Things seem to be progressing well. The only problem is that he's on house arrest. Should I even read the rest of this? The only problem? It's quite the problem. Let's keep reading. For drug and gun charges. I'm taken aback, but ultimately decide it might be fun to hook up with a felon.
Hey, yo, pause. In what world is it fun to hook up with a felon? Like, tell me that. Explain it to me. How is it fun? Break it down. Come on, I'm listening. A lot of women, they do this, right? They like them bad boys. They like them boys with criminal records, you know? Them up to no good type of boys. Up until it's too late. Up until their ass is regretting it.
And continue to talk to him. We talk for a month or two, but don't get a chance to meet up due to work and house arrest. He explains to me that he can disable the monitor. He explains to me that he can disable the monitor for small periods of time, and he would do so in order to pick me up after work. He lived nearly an hour away, so he said he would pick me up and then he'd get me an Uber home. Sounds good to me. He finishes work at midnight and makes his way to my house in a half hour. So not only is he on house arrest, he's speeding. We start to make small talk and he tells me I can't spend the night at his house. Mind you, we won't get to his place until after 1 a.m. I asked very casually, why can't I sleep over considering the time? Why do you want to sleep over? Why? He goes off on me about how he doesn't answer to anyone and how he wouldn't have picked me up if he knew I was going to be like this. I should have probably ended the date here. I should have probably ended the date here, but we're already half an hour away from my house and I'm an idiot. I wouldn't say you're an idiot. This isn't very smart. Once you get to his house, things get a little less awkward and we actually start to enjoy each other's company. Eventually we have sex. It's average, and I'm feeling pretty tired. It's almost 4 a.m. now, and I'm about ready to go to sleep when he tells me it's time to go. Okay, I asked him if he's ready to get my Uber. He again flips out on me about how he doesn't owe anybody anything, and this is why he doesn't trust people. I was like, dude, you said you would Uber me home. What's your problem? He claimed he never said that and slammed his phone, asking me to show him proof in our messages. I said you said it over the phone, but whatever. I tell him that I'll transfer him the money back when I get home if that's the case. He says it is the case, so I said I have my own money, so it's not an issue. The Uber eventually comes and I start making my way home. Within 5 minutes of me leaving, he's texting me about the money. At this point, my phone is dying and I already told him I would send it to him in the morning. He calls me and I repeat that he agreed to let me transfer him the money in the morning when I got home. He says that won't work for him and he hangs up on me. Very rude. 10 minutes go by when my Uber pulls up to a random Costco about half an hour from my place. He says this is my new destination and that the ride is over. I tell him there must be a mistake. He says, nope, this is your stop. He then texts BJ and asks if this is the right destination. BJ responds, yes, drop her off. Oh my God. I'm in shock at this point. There's no way he's trying to leave me in the middle of nowhere at 4 a.m. So I asked the Uber driver if he changed the destination. The Uber driver says, of course he did. I'm starting to panic now because I don't have data and I can't just get another ride. I figured he might just drive me if I asked nicely, but he was pretty much ready to leave me deserted. I offer him $30 cash to drive me home and he begrudgingly accepts. I thank the high heavens that he wasn't a huge douche. Once I get home, I'm exhausted. I'm in disbelief about the events that just transpired. A couple of days go by and I'm ignoring his texts. Eventually he calls me and asks what my issue is. I'm truly beside myself that he would call my phone after pulling a stunt like that. He claims he has no idea what I'm talking about and that he would never do that. I block him and call it a day. Fast forward to yesterday, I get a call from an unknown number and guess who it is? Good old BJ. He still sticks by his claims that he would never do something like that and it was all a big misunderstanding. And that if I would have called him, he would have gotten me home. I'm not 100% sure what to believe. Would it be a bad idea to put it in the past if it was truly a misunderstanding? So you're madly swiping on Tinder, as you claim. You match with this guy named BJ, and you say the only problem with BJ, is he just so happens to be on house arrest for both drugs and gun charges. Then you say you talk for a couple months and you don't get a chance to meet him because of the house arrest, but he claims to you he could disable the monitor for small periods of time. Which is extremely illegal. Then you slide to his house around 1 a.m., sleep with him. Then he kicks you out around 4 a.m., sends you an Uber, and just ends your route abruptly in the middle of nowhere. And, You're asking if this would be a bad idea to put it in the past and move forward?
This is hilarious. She chose it herself, right? She wanted to date a dude with the criminal records. What do you expect, man? And now after you pull a bullshit like this, now it's an issue. Now all of a sudden you don't want anything to do with him. Now you got him blocked. You didn't want to block him the very first time when you found out he had that ankle monitor. When you found out he's a criminal. And you're out here playing around. Yeah. You deserved it. Yeah, you gotta learn that lesson. But I'm kind of a little bit baffled. Like, that Uber driver and that VJ guy, were they working together or what? Like, that's crazy. I thought once you confirm the destination and everything, and Uber usually takes money from your account, like, they have to drive you to your location. Like, what's up with this Uber driver trying to, like, drop her at, like, in front of his Costco or whatever? That's crazy, bro. This sounds like some inside job. This sounds like it's his buddy that came as an Uber or whatever, you know what I mean? This sounds like somebody he knows pretending to be an Uber driver. This doesn't sound like an actual Uber driver. Because once you order Uber, if the ride's confirmed, the driver can't be changing location like that. That's illegal, bro. But anyways, it's her fault. She needed to learn that lesson, bro. Who told her to go out and try to have fun with this criminal ass dude? Yeah, you set yourself up for that. I find it hilarious how she's like trying to negotiate with a criminal, be telling him that she gonna pay him back and all this and that. It's like, bruh, if you got money off the bat, why don't you just pay it for your own ride and stop trying to deal with this dude once and for all?
The bar is so low, I got played by the same guy 12 times, and when he came back for the 13th time, I was praying to God, asking God for a sign if he's the one.
The bar is so low that I used to go under his building after my work, and he would refuse to come down because he's planned his day, and that doesn't include me.
The bar is so low that he literally told me the only reason he likes me is because I ask for nothing.
The bar is so low that he took me on one date in our entire relationship, and I thought that was him spoiling me.
The bar is so low that he'd never pick up my call, and every time I call him, he would send me a question mark, which is my cue to tell him why I was calling him.
The bar is so low that he admitted to kissing his ex when he was with me, and I was just glad that he was honest about it.
I'm just curious, how do you get played 12 times? That don't even add up. Like, getting played once, I get it. Second, sure. 3, okay. But bruh, 12 times? And he comes back for a 13th and you ask God if he's the one? Get out of here. You lost it. You goddamn lost your mind.
The way that the bar is so low with men that we talk about them like they're preschoolers. It's like, yeah, he's still learning to talk about his feelings. Yeah, but he does know about questions. Yeah, he knows how to ask questions every now and then. He'll slip one in. It's really cool. He's doing good.
Yeah, I never understood this. Why do women do this? How could they talk about men like they're little kids, bro? Like, it's a whole tonality, everything. The way they talk about him, it's like, bruh, you're talking about a grown-ass adult right there, bro. He's like 30, 40-year-old and you're describing him like he's still a little kid. I never really got this. And it's hella annoying and cringe, bro. Yo, women gotta stop doing that.
It was never gonna be you. It was never gonna be you. So for you to be so delusional and crazy like that, it's ridiculous. It's real. It was never gonna be you. It was never gonna be you. So for you to be so delusional and crazy like that, it's ridiculous. It's real.
Come. Be cool. Be normal though. Yo, what's good, baby? Ooh. Ooh, you look good. I like that.
Yo, bro, I forgot to tell you, bro.
Where my Starbucks at?
Yo. I forgot to tell you, bro. Guess what my friend seen?
Huh?
Guess what my friend seen, bro?
Who?
Jennifer, bro. Your old girlfriend, bro?
Jennifer?
Yes, bro.
Where at?
At the mall, bro. He told me she was looking bad as hell, bro.
Crazy.
Now, why you gotta bring that up?
I didn't know she was still around here.
Like, why is he bringing that up?
He just told me that he saw
As
her.
soon as I get in the car, too. Like, what is the problem?
See, this what I'm talking about, bro. Like, why? Like, see, this why can't you get back with Jennifer, bro? Like.
Yo, what?
Hold on.
Who?
What? Calm down. Wait.
What is funny? Why are you laughing? You're
Because
supposed to be
why are
taking
you
my
saying
side.
that? Wait, nah, because why is he saying that? Nah, I'm just saying,
That's
like,
the shit I'm talking about. Like, she always trying to, like, feel me?
be extra sometimes,
bro,
right?
Oh, so you clearly...
So I went on a date with a creature, or otherwise known as a man, and it was horrible. Like, I don't know where these guys come from, where they find the audacity, and like, who fucking raised them? So the date itself was horrendous. We met for drinks, his suggestion. I made sure it was in a spot that like I'm very familiar with. And, you know, we met there and I ordered a beer, very casual. And he's a very fit, buff guy. And he ordered water. And then I was like, oh, shoot. And I like kind of felt bad because I was like, oh, is he sober? Like, you know, because I'm fine going on a date like with no drinks. Like, that doesn't bother me. And, you know, but then I was like, no, he suggested the drinks. Like, that's weird to suggest drinks and then not get a drink. So I was like, oh, you know, are you not drinking? And he said, no, not right now. And because he's like fit and buff or whatever, I was just trying to have banter. And I was like, oh, you know, you watching your figure? And he was like, yeah, I'm at this percentage body fat right now. And I want to be this percentage body fat. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. Like, slay. I don't know. So then he goes on to tell me about this like weird diet that he's doing where he's like eating just tuna fish and orange juice and whatever. So then he like tries to go down and squeeze my calf to see how muscular it is, to which point I said, don't touch me. And then I realized like this guy's a fucking creep. I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I chugged my beer down because I'm not gonna waste a beer. And I'm like, you know what, I gotta go. And he's like, oh, well, that doesn't sound good. Like, no, buddy, it's not. And I was like, oh yeah, you know, I got stuff to do. So we go out. And I didn't want him to walk me to my car, but I literally parked like right in front. So he would have seen where I was going anyway. And so I just, you know, let him walk me to like the middle of the street. And then he's like, okay, well, good night. And I said, good night. And I wasn't going in for any sort of hug or anything. He went in straight for the kill. Not the kill. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Straight for the kiss. To which I had to like Matrix style bend backwards to avoid. I've never been that flexible in my life. And I get back up and I'm like, oh, you know, I don't kiss on the first date. And he looks at me, he's like, well, that was dramatic. And I go, actually it wasn't, but call it what you will, later. And then he followed me to my car and tried to prevent me from getting in. And I said, back the fuck away from my car or I'm gonna cut your fucking hands off. And he thought I was joking. And so I shoved him in the chest away from the door, hopped in, closed the door and locked it right away, grabbed my bat from the back and showed it to him, and then fucking peeled out. And this motherfucker has the audacity to scream after me, so am I gonna see you again? What? I wish like, why can't I be gay?
Yo, for the most part, let me just say, I think I understand where this man was coming from. Just because he suggested to meet for drinks at a bar does not mean he was intending to drink a drink. You know what I mean? It was just a socially hangout place type thing. Like, you already got it. He's a fit dude. He's on a diet, right? He's low percent body fat. But he wanted to meet for drinks as a way to, like, take you out. Now, it's a little corny. He could have told you off the bat, like, let's meet and do something else. You know, I don't really drink like that, but he used it as a pretext to, you know, link up with you. So, I mean, off the bat, that ain't really a red flag. He's just stupid, right? And I see the comments be going crazy, bro. Some woman was like, if a man suggests drinks and persists to drink water, I would 100% assume he plans on spiking my drink. Now, this other person understands it. This other person is like, in this version of the story, he was a perfect gentleman and doesn't understand why you overreact to badly. Now, that is so true. Like, what I'm about to tell you right now is exactly along this line as well, right? I think the guy had good intentions. He was trying to get to know her, and he just chose the wrong place for it because he doesn't do that kind of lifestyle. You know what I mean? He's more into fitness, bodybuilding, whatever the hell they does, and he's jacked. I mean, if he was telling you that he's into fitness and all that, and his body doesn't show it, and he's not drinking and telling you that he's low percent body fat, blah blah blah, and you don't see it in his body, and then you should have red flags popping up, right? But I mean, yo, his body shows, his words align with how he looks, but you overreact because you're the only one drinking in this scenario, and you're wondering why he's not drinking, right? And now all of a sudden you start feeling like some type of way, and you shift your attitude 180 degrees because you feel like he's strange for it, and you don't really explain yourself, and now you want to go home, you want to cut the day short, and the guy doesn't understand, but he's still trying to play the perfect gentleman, decides to walk you to your car, blah blah blah, this and that. But now all of a sudden you are thinking he's a bad dude. He's a bad guy. You got all your radars up and all that. You're just focused on getting inside your car and getting out of there, right? Because you feel like you're in danger. But meanwhile, guy is still confused. He doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, he doesn't know it's such a big issue in your part, right? So I think it's just a miscommunication, and I think you're just over your head on this one, right? It's not that deep.
I'm gonna expose myself before the girl makes a story time about me, because from her point of view, it will look nuts. So basically, I thought it was my friend's car, so I pulled the handle, and then the door didn't open, so I pulled it again, and then I look up, all I see is the girl locking eyes with me. She was screaming and shit, and then I tried to explain to her, I thought it was my friend's car. All I see, she whips out her phone. I panicked, so I just ran off. I jumped in the car, told him, drive. So now she's thinking I targeted her. Before this, I was seeing hella videos of girls talk about lock your car doors. There's a lot of weirdos outside. So if you're watching this, bro, I'm very sorry for any distress I caused you, all of that. I just want to let you know, I was more scared than you in that situation. I didn't know what to do. Like, I saw you scared, which made me scared. I tried to explain it to you, but then I saw the flashlight. I saw my whole life flash before my eyes. What was I supposed to do? How could I have explained the whole situation? It was fight or flight and I run away. It was accident. I'm a silly guy. I made a silly mistake. I genuinely hope the girl sees this. We can laugh about this. Yeah, girls, always lock your car doors and that. And guys, make sure you look up twice before you try to open the car doors.
Bro, this is what the world has come to, right? You gotta like plead your case before these TikTok videos, before the masses, before you get your reputation tarnished out there. Like, my dude is afraid of her posting the whole story, so he has to get beforehand, right? He has to tell his version before she beats him to it. That's funny though. But yeah, it's a genuine mistake, man. But I can understand, man. At nighttime, you looking like this, trying to open the wrong car, any girl would freak out, right? So yeah, it's just one little situation that has been blown out of proportion. But yeah, good for you, I guess. You got your story out first before hers, so that's funny. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know what y'all thought, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. But before that, comment about the very first story. What did you guys think about that chick that decided to meet that criminal dude? Yeah, she hooked up with that guy, with a criminal guy with an ankle monitor, and he treated her like shh. And then in the end, she's out here playing victim, bro. Like, what did you expect out of that?